on the last video.
She eats children.
Yeah, we went there.
Frick! True Scary Stories, Hospital Edition. Chapter 4, The Monster in the University Hospital. A research student relates his shocking experiences as Tokyo's most prestigious hospital will believe him or not. I did it again! A research student relates his shocking experiences at Tokyo's most prestigious hospital. Will you believe him or not? Strange things started happening at the hospital around the end of last spring. It began with patients waking up in the middle of the night, screaming. They all spoke of terrifying nightmares, and many of them had to be sedated. Some patients even transferred to other hospitals because of it. The weird thing was that they had all had exactly the same dream. A dream about some horribly disgusting monster staring down at them from their bedside. But the really strange stuff started happening after that. There used to be a lot of stray cats around campus looking for scraps from the students. One day, the cats suddenly disappeared, and it wasn't that they'd stopped coming, it was more like they had vanished from the area entirely. And then people stopped walking with their dogs around. According to rumors, the dogs were refusing to go anywhere near the school. Eventually, things started going missing in the hospital. Organs, to be precise. Transplant organs kept disappearing from storage. Some people came close to losing their jobs over it. And it wasn't just 2 or 3 times that it happened. They tried to keep it from the research students, but we heard that it was a lot worse than that. People started saying that there was something living in the hospital. The janitors would find strange messes that could The janitors would find strange messes that could only have been made in the middle of the night. Traces of something that had crawled down the hallway, or weird stains that came to be caused by something dripping through the ceiling. The late shift nurses talked about hearing strange noises on the same nights that patients woke screaming. There's one last story, one you can never mention inside the hospital. One day, the obstetrics department went crazy. What the heck is obstetrics? I've never heard of that before. I don't have my phone handy, I can't go look it up. I'll put that in the captions. They said that a newborn had disappeared in the... Oh, man, really? Do we have to go there? Crap, man. Dead baby stories already? Oh. Frick. If that were true, the police would have come and it would have been all over the news. But they say the big shots managed to make it all go away. It's just a rumor, of course. These strange incidents suddenly stopped towards the end of summer. Now there are almost no patients complaining of nightmares, and the cats have started coming back to campus. But still, what happened in the hospital that summer? Even now, just thinking about it gives me the creeps. My announcer voice didn't really suit that part of the story, but you know. Booping dots. What am I listening to? Why am I hearing an automated voice message? Nothing. This is the 3rd day in a row that they haven't been able to get in touch with Omi. There's no sign that she returned to her apartment, and even her family doesn't know anything. Her parents have already filed a missing persons report. Well, you know her. She'll probably just pop up somewhere like nothing happened. I hope so, Yo replies with a gloomy expression. She's worried about Omi, of course, but the incident with Fuminori 3 days ago must still be weighing on her mind as well. Yo hasn't seen Fuminori since then, and Fuminori hasn't made any effort to approach her or Koji. 4 people used to meet in this cafeteria between classes, but now there are only 2.
ねえ、トノ 尾くん、もう一度考えてみようよ。どこか大見ちゃんの行きそうな場所に心当たりない？
Hey, Koji. Let's keep thinking. Isn't there somewhere Omi might have gone?
いや、一通りは確かめたしな。
No, Koji answers evasively. I already checked everywhere. It's a lie, of course. Koji knows where Omi planned to go that evening, but he doesn't want to bring Fuminori up in front of Yo. Their awkward silence is mercifully broken by the bell signaling the start of the next period.
じゃあ、俺行くわ。
Universities have bells? I've never heard that before. It's interesting. Well, I've got to go. Yeah. If Koji isn't mistaken, Yo is supposed to have class next period too, but she just sits there, staring off into space. Unable to come up with anything to say, he leaves the cafeteria reluctantly. Both Omi's disappearance and Yo's depression worry Koji. Both problems lead back to the exact same place.
Fuminoriは一体。
What the hell is Fuminori doing? When Omi went missing, the first thing he did was question Fuminori. After all, the last time he'd seen her was just before she stormed off to give Fuminori a piece of her mind. Fuminori responded with unequivocal denial and acted like he hadn't the slightest idea where Omi would have gone to see him. Why Omi would have gone to see him. Another flub. Yay! Perhaps that was only natural, as he was unaware that Omi and Koji had witnessed him reduce Yo to tears. Did Omi even make it to Fuminori's house? She had been riding a wave of emotion when she'd left, and might have calmed down and changed her mind halfway there. Or perhaps she ran into trouble on the way? Koji concluded, or more accurately, convinced himself, that one of these possibilities was the truth, subconsciously denying the one remaining possibility, that Fuminori was lying, that he had met Omi and was involved with her disappearance. When questioned by the police, Koji told the truth about Omi's destination only up to the train station, maintaining that he had no idea where she had planned to go after that. He wanted to cooperate with the search, of course, but Omi couldn't have made it to Fuminori's house. Fuminori said to himself, didn't he? That's bad punctuation there. I read that wrong because of the punctuation. It's not my fault. That's just not good. Fuminori said so. Never mind, I'm stupid. Shut up. I read wrong. I can't English, I'm sorry. In that case, he had told the police everything they needed to know. Well, no, you probably should have mentioned something about it so they could go talk to Fuminori. And then they might have actually found out about the creepy death monster in his house that killed somebody. And the body parts stored in his fridge. I mean, I know you don't know about that, but that's kind of important. I mean, really. You don't need to let your friend off easy just because he's your friend. This is your freaking girlfriend that's disappeared and is probably dead. Actually, she is dead. You just think she's probably dead. Or maybe dead. I don't know what you think. You got issues, dude. Your priorities are messed up. I'm sorry. This isn't good. Not wanting to get the still fragile Fuminori involved, he forced himself to accept this flimsy logic. Dude, he's been a douchebag to you and your friends. Who cares at this point? He's a jerk. But the conflict is built up inside of him without his notice, leaving unanswered suspicion to fester in his mind. Koji is deep in thought, paying no attention to his surroundings, but perhaps that is what allows him to catch sight of his friend's back through the crowd of milling students.
Fuminori?
Fuminori? At first, Koji assumes that he's headed to the lecture hall, but it soon appears that he is instead going home. Strange. Medical students have required courses in the afternoon. Though he is initially surprised, Koji's hesitation lasts for only a second. He follows his friend, taking care to stay far enough behind that he won't be noticed.